G'day everyone and welcome to my round 7 AFL fantasy wrap-up video. It was a crazy week of fantasy footy really, so much carnage in the lead up to the round with guys like Grundy, Hewitt and Cherry all out with injury. And yeah, there was a lot of scrambling to do before the round, so for me I scored 21.75 this week, which was pretty disappointing, and it was well below the par score of the round, almost 120 to 150 below par, and as a result, I slid about 1,500 spots in ranking to 7,572 mid. So not a great round for me. There was just a lot of my midfield premiums didn't really fire, and that kind of really cost me this week. So now I'll revisit the trades that I made going into the round, and they were Tristan Cherry down to Kadeen Coleman, who I mentioned in last week's video. I thought he offered a lot of value, and then I traded out the injured Brodie Grundy to Ben Keays, and in hindsight I probably shouldn't have paid up that much for Ben Keays, but I just thought he's one of the highest averaging midfielders for the season, and he would be a really good point of difference pick for me, so that was kind of my reasoning behind that. But I probably should have looked for value considering the guys like Mills, Miller, Cripps all fired this week, and unfortunately Keays didn't, so oh well, we soldier on, and he should be still a great pick moving forwards. So now I look back at my team and how it performed, starting with the defenders. Jack Crisp, massive 130 this week. He's just been great the last month or so, really. Very consistent, and has a great ceiling, so well done to Crisp there. Lockie Whitfield, 99, continues to be very consistent. Lockie Whitfield, and actually kicked 3 goals in that game. I didn't watch it, but presume he spent a lot of time forward to be able to do that, so that's an interesting thing to note there. James Sicily, 114. He continues to be awesome. James Sicily, that was his 3rd ton in a row, and he's putting his hand up to be a top 6 defender at this stage, so just awesome from Sicily. Nick Dacos, 59, his worst score of the season, Dacos, and he's one that I actually might look to trade this week, Dacos, and he'll probably be fine moving forward. I think maybe he's starting to taper off a bit, starting to feel a bit fatigued, and it was mentioned in the press this week that he is feeling a little bit sore. I think he was around his foot, might have been sore, so it wouldn't surprise me if he was managed in the coming weeks, and he's in my trade plans, as I'll touch on a bit later in this video. Daniel Rioli, 85. It was an okay score from Rioli. He was on about 60 at half time, so didn't have a great second half, but overall I'm happy with him, and he's got a good fixture coming up, so he'll probably stay in my side for the next couple of weeks at least. Nathan O'Driscoll, 63. He was solid again, O'Driscoll, and it's just a matter of whether or not he keeps his spot in that side with guys like Heath Chapman and Hayden Young due back in, so what kind of watch this space with him, but he's probably done his job as a rookie really. Now onto the bench, got Paddy McCartan there, who obviously didn't play this week. Sam de Koning, 51, a nice little score from SDK, and he's starting to make a little bit of cash now, which is nice. Now onto the midfield, Jack Macrae, 94, again disappointing from Macrae, and he's just been very underwhelming of late, Macrae, and just very frustrating. Obviously not going to trade him out or anything, so we just got to ride it out, but he really needs to start to lift, Jack Macrae. Very disappointing. Andy Brayshaw, 83. He actually gave away 5 free kicks in that game, so if you take that away, he probably still scores a ton. His first real disappointing score for me, Brayshaw, so I can forgive him there, and no dramas there, he'll bounce back. Ben Keays, who I brought in this week, 100. Bit disappointing. Obviously paid a lot for him, thought he would be a great point of difference. He still might be, and he's still one of the highest averaging mids for the season, so look, just got to cop that one from him. Bailey Smith, 100. Can't help but feel a little bit underwhelmed with that score from Smith. He hasn't quite shown that ceiling as he did ever since I brought him in, and considering there was a lot of other mids like Miller and Mills that absolutely fired this week, 100 from him, a bit disappointing, so hopefully he can recapture that ceiling he has moving forward. Lockie Neal, 142, not much more you can say there. Just awesome from Lachie Neale, and yeah, he's in real Brownlow form this season and definite top 8 mid, you'd think. Tom Green, 74. He's been very frustrating of late, Tom Green, and yeah, he plays really well, but it doesn't really translate into fantasy scoring at the moment, and yeah, that's a bit of a concern moving forward. There's still a lot of other things that I need to fix up, so I won't be trading him, but yeah, hopefully he can start scoring those tons again. Will Brodie, 64. That was his worst score of the season, but he's been great, and I think we can forgive him there. And look, he's probably only got a couple of weeks left in our sides before we can look to move him on, so yeah, we'll take that from him. Robbie McComb, 83. He was sensational. Robbie McComb, he just looked right at home in that game, and yeah, 83 from a rookie really helped me out this week, so well done to him, and you'd think he keeps his spot on that side after that. Onto the bench, Josh Ward didn't play this week as he was managed by the Hawks. Marcus Winhager, 43. He was pretty good considering that kind of scrap of a game at Cairns, and yeah, just the worry moving forward is his job security, but yeah, he'll at least play another game for the Saints. He's been good. Now onto the rucks, Max Gawn, 298 as captain. And I think a lot of people had him as their skipper this week, and yeah, it's always great to put the captaincy on your highest scoring player for the round, so maximised all the points there, and yeah, he's just in a rare vein of form at the moment, Maxi. Sam Hayes, 43, who I decided to field at R2 this week. Now, many of you might be wondering exactly why I did that, but basically it was just a rookie swap, really. I had Grundy there who I traded to Keys, so that removed a rookie out of my midfield and moved a rookie onto my ruck. So yeah, I thought Hayes has got great job security, so I might as well just use him as the rookie at R2. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have just traded Grundy down to Bruce and used that as an upgrade somewhere else, but look, yeah, I'll just have to roll with that now. I'm not too worried about it considering, yeah, as I said, it removes a rookie off my midfield anyway. So yeah, just got to roll with that moving forward. Onto the bench, Hugh Dixon, 32. Not a great score, but yeah, he was a lady in that game, so just him stepping out in the field and was good as he made some cash for me, so we'll take that. Now to the forwards, Josh Dunkley, 133. Week in, week out, Dunks delivers the goods, and yeah, I think he might be the highest priced player in fantasy at the moment at 961k. Not too sure, but yeah, I reckon he'd be right up there, and yeah, as a forward, averaging 121, just awesome from Dunks. Adam Treloar, 78. Pretty underwhelming from Treloar, to be honest. Would love a bit more from him, and yeah, averaging 92, so he's okay without being great. So yeah, a little bit frustrating, but at least he's consistent. Stephen Cornelio, 105. He was great, Cornelio, and yeah, good to see him bounce back after a kind of lean few weeks before that. Zach Butters, 74. A little disappointing, but he was actually one of Port's best players in that game, to be fair, and yeah, just those conditions up in Cairns, it just didn't make for a great game. So look, there seems to be always an excuse for Butters, but you know, I think there was a genuine one there, considering the game was played at Cairns. But yeah, I wouldn't discourage anyone to look to trade him out though, as yeah, he's definitely not a top 6 forward. So you could trade him out if you have nothing really else to do. Nick Martin, 91. He's just been one of the rookies of the season, Nick Martin, if not the rookie of the season, and yeah, averaging 86 after, well, I think it's 6 games he's played now, and yeah, that's just awesome, and no reason to trade him out at this stage. He's just been great. Then to Dean Coleman, who I brought in this week as well, 63. Like a bit more from him, but yeah, I'll take that from him, and yeah, kind of think the SCG doesn't really suit him, and back at the Gabba next week against the Eagles seems like an awesome matchup for him. So he did look a bit sore a couple of times that game, so hopefully he holds his spot and plays. But yeah, I'll take that score overall from him. Onto the bench, Corey Durden, 50. I'll take that score from him. He's kind of irrelevant now, as yeah, he's not going to make too much cash moving forward, so I'll look to trade him when the time is right. And then Jackson Mead, who didn't play once again, Then onto the utility position, George Hewitt, who I held on to this week, as I think most people did as well. And yeah, from all reports, he'll come back into the side next week. It was just a cork sort of calf, so he should be fine. So now I'll talk a bit about what my early trade plans are at this stage. And yeah, what I'm looking to do this week is get another rookie off my field. So what I'm looking to do is trade out Josh Ward, downgrade him to Greg Clark, who's scored a massive 110 on debut for the Eagles. So yeah, he's a must-have as a rookie. And then what that will allow me to do will give me enough cash to then trade out Nick Dacos. Now Dacos will be fine moving forward, but he has reached his kind of maximum sort of price now. So it might be a bit early on him, but yeah, it gives me an opportunity to remove a rookie off my field. So I'll trade out Dacos, and then I'll swap Kadeem Coleman to the defence, and then I'll swap Will Brody down to the forwards. Now that opens a spot up in my midfield, and then what I'm looking to do is bring in the underpriced Patrick Cripps into the midfield. Is just been awesome, and he's still only at a cheap price because of that hamstring injury he had on 36 a couple of weeks back. So yeah, that's who I'm looking to bring in, and that really bolsters up my midfield and kind of have real 6 sort of premium mids plus Tom Green at M7, and that leaves me with 3 rookies on the ground. So that's what I'm looking to do at this stage of the week, and there could be still plenty of carnage at selection, so probably most likely those trade plans will get thrown right up into the air once again. But that's what I'm looking to do at this stage. So that's all for today's video, guys, and thanks again for watching. And as always, it would be much appreciated if you could like, comment, subscribe, leave any questions you might have for me in the comments. I'm happy to give a second opinion on any trade plans, but beware. I might not be right. I've been wrong plenty of times this season, so just beware there. But I'm happy to give out any thoughts there, and thanks again for watching, and good luck in round 8.